So up next, we have our Louisa County Administrator, Christian Goodwin, and he is going to talk about the economic development plan. So please welcome Christian Goodwin.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. It's truly an honor to be here. I think this summit is a great opportunity for us to get together and talk about matters of mutual importance to us all. So I just want to note that I'm joined today by several other folks from the county. Mineral District Supervisor Dwayne Adams will follow me. James Smith, our Parks and Rec and Tourism Director, Alan Saunders and Donnie Lowe. Chris, I just want to let you know I'm getting some text from them that they might be having some issues getting in because of capacity, and so we can decide maybe while I'm talking about how we want to handle that. And also my Assistant County Administrator, Jeff Farrell, in case there are any detailed questions that come up about development. And I just want to talk about a couple of things: economic development and a related capital project, the New Bridge wastewater treatment plant, broadband, and some related items. So with regard to the, first I'd like to talk about the Lake Anna Resort, which is a really important and high quality development that's coming in the New Bridge corridor near the bridge, the 208 bridge there. It's a hotel style development. It already confirms with the zoning that's in the area. It's 150 units, about 260,000 square feet, 6 to 7 stories tall. And it has a 4-star rating. So this is a really high quality development that's coming to the area. It's going to include amenities like a restaurant and a lounge, banquet facilities, fitness facilities like tennis and basketball, a pool and related amenities, garden areas and trails, water recreational equipment rentals, boat ramps, slips, and a beach. It's a major investment in the county on an overall basis as well, at about $50 million total, and it's going to create over 30 jobs here in the county. They're also going to contribute $1 million to the development of the wastewater treatment plant that I'll talk about in a moment. And from a timeline standpoint, it's in design and permitting right now, slated for occupancy in early 2024. So I want to move from that and talk about the New Bridge wastewater treatment plant. That plan, it would take the footprint that's used by the existing wastewater treatment there, and a new state-of-the-art wastewater treatment there would be constructed. That wastewater treatment plant would improve the water quality there in that region, and it would do so within, and this is important, within the current permitted amount, which is 99,000 used by the existing location. That is a similar timeline to resort development. We're in permitting and plant design starting later this year and into next year, with a projected completion in 2023. Also important to note that future plans for the plant could potentially include service along the 208 growth corridor and possible reuse of the treated effluent for potential irrigation at places like Cuddalong. So the projects working together have a net benefit to the community, certainly the economic multiplier associated with any project like that, and the creation of jobs. From a lake standpoint, improving again the water quality in the region, and also having the regulatory support of agencies that oversee such things. And from the county standpoint, the resort creates an excellent wastewater treatment plant customer, which is important to offset the expenditures, the operating costs associated with operating such a facility. And then from a fiscal standpoint, this is important as well. So the projected cost to acquire the existing site and construct the new state-of-the-art plan would be about $5.1 million. Assuming 30-year financing, that would be $200,000 a year in debt service or somewhere thereabouts. So on the revenue side, again, $200,000 total. And then on the revenue side, about $330,000 projected in real estate taxes, $75,000 in sales taxes, and another $150,000 in transient occupancy taxes. So that brings total revenue available to $550,000. Important to note that that doesn't include any meals or sales taxes from food and beverage sales on site. So again, $200,000 in costs, $550,000 in revenues. That's a debt coverage ratio of about 2.8 times. So that's good. I also want to note that the county is very interested in the location of an urgent care facility somewhere in the Lake Anna region, and we continue to, as we have in the past, work with multiple developers and multiple providers to potentially locate that effort there. The Louisa County Health Center Commission has funds which can be brought to bear in the interest of this project becoming a success somewhere in the Lake Anna region. So stay tuned for future development there. It's something we're we're paying a lot of attention to and spending continued time working on. And then last, but certainly not least, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a quick update on broadband. As I'm sure you all know, the county pledged $15 million in support to broadband expansion and a fiber to the home solution on a countywide basis here in Louisa. And that's something that across the state and really across the nation has been hampered by the capital costs associated with the development of such projects. And really the historic partnership between the county, REC, Firefly, and Dominion was tremendously important in bringing this project to the point that we're at today. Certainly Firefly providing the actual end user internet, regardless of who the electrical service provider is, but REC and Dominion playing a critical role in funding grant applications, make ready costs to actually get the project up and off the ground. This year, if you're familiar with the timeline for the project, we had slated this year for design, again, that make ready planning, the engineering work associated with the project. But I'm pleased to report that Firefly is already doing some builds in the service territory already. And so we're off and running, more to come on that. And I think that's a tremendously important development for Louisa County and for the Lake community as well. So in closing, it's a really exciting time to be in Louisa County, whether you're in government or whether you're a citizen in Louisa County. We've got solid growth. We're working through strong comprehensive planning efforts for the future. I agree completely with Mr. McCotter. I am completely grateful to have the lake, its people, and its associated assets here in Louisa County. I'm also glad to serve on the Lake Anna Advisory Committee and other community efforts to improve all things Lake Anna related in the county of Louisa. So glad to be here today. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Administrator Goodwin. Critically important part of everything Lake Anna and very devoted public servant. So I wanted to give you some good news.